The hunt is finally over. Thank you for holding out so long. The Cloud Knights are withdrawing as we speak. Lieutenant Yanqing, how are you holding up?
I've never been better. I could take on 10 more Hulays.
Take it easy, young one. Your wounds look quite severe. I'll have the Alchemy Commission healers see to you when they arrive. Who would have imagined that I would arrive late to the battlefield for the first time in my life? No. Perhaps you young ones' blades were just too fast for me. I originally thought, in the best-case scenario, you would team up and hold this beast back while protecting yourselves. However, you joined forces and defeated Hulay. The youth are truly to be feared and respected. Come, we need to lock up Hulay once again before anything unexpected happens.
I was so scared. I thought you were a goner there. We're so lucky the general made it in time.
Yanqing, that was amazing. The final blow you dealt to Hulay. How have I never seen that before? Do you want to learn it? I can teach ya. But I'll need some time to heal up first. I hate to say it, but if you can teach me that move, I'll maybe admit that you're just a tiny little bit stronger than me.
Such an unforgettable blade. So similar to the one wielded by that woman who defeated me all those years ago. Over 700 years have passed, and I thought I would have a way to overcome it by now. But in the end, my fangs and claws were too slow. You won, child.
Stop struggling, Hulay. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when you go back to the shackling prison.
Yes, I was defeated, but this was not unexpected. And regardless, you still showed your face, Fei Xiao. I have looked forward to this for so long. Our little hunting game has finally reached its climax. I told you before, I had a path prepared for you. You've doomed yourselves. As I meet my demise, so shall the entire Xianzhou Longbow. The crimson moon in my chest will make this place shine with blood. I will drive all Foxians to madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end. What now? Fei Xiao.
This is the heart of the Borisin Warhead, a product of the Plague Mark. I'll leave the next part to you.
I don't understand.
We can't have allowed this thing to spread. I will do all within my power to consume this crimson moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood. Die, Pristine!
What? We clearly don't have wolf ears.
I will not allow any of you to leave the Sky Splitter!
Does she think we're her enemies?
Hule just wanted to take down the general, even at the cost of his own life. Snap out of it, General!
You are not worthy.
Firefly, type 4, in live to fight! Fight to live!
You.
You bully!
You are not worthy. I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
This is more than a battle. Move forward! Ignite! I thought we had a minute to catch our breath. What do? Do we fight or run?
After all this, do you still think running is an option?
You're falling apart on your own. Fearless and unstoppable! You got
Gotta get those vitamins!
Thank
So,
you.
how many of my
Stay
moves
safe.
can you block?
Is that all you Too slow.
Live to fight! Fight to live!
Strike with heart!
Show me what you can do. This one, then. Futile resistance! I will devour you!
Sam in position.
No! Won't do. I venture forth to hunt. Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Let me tend to your wounds! Say ah! Time to show you! What's in your prescription?
Thank you. Stay safe.
Blade in flight!
Joining the battle.
Practice is over. Swords descend!
Rip this body asunder!
Gotta get those vitamins!
Thank you. Stay safe.
Sam in position. Prime, detonate!
You cannot hide. Prey! I will devour you!
Time for some sword play!
Executing attack!
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! Say ah! Thank you. I will keep fighting. I shall set the seas ablaze! I will clean. Move forward! Ignite!
So, how many of my moves can you block? Strike with hot!
No. I'm your.
Looks like somebody needs a doctor.
Too slow.
Is that all you've got?
Live to fight! Fight to live!
Trying to
We can't let her get away! But do we stand any chance at all?
She said, I'll leave the next part to you. She put her faith in us!
resist me!
I promise. I will cure you. Fei Shao.
No one can live forever, Zhao Chou. This time, I must break my promise. Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else?
Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
We can't let her get away!
Snap out of it, General!
You always leave the hardest battles for yourself. Even now, you would never run away. Isn't it strange that as your enemy, I understand you even better than your own allies?
Ule?
This rage, I remember the taste. I know that it was never victory that it thirsted for, but the hunt itself. Isn't that right, Fei Shao?
You shouldn't be here. I saw you die with my own eyes.
Just consider me a figment of your imagination. Before every hunt, I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not this time. This time, defeat was exactly the ending I was racing towards. When I learned your story from Zhao Chou, I realized that he had always been hiding a secret, and that not even the healer himself understood the meaning of this secret. fight to save the weak. But what they never told you is that when all the pretenses of kindness and compassion are stripped away, this is how the universe is meant to be. When the Xianzhou is weak, they play the victim so they can win your sympathy. When they are strong, they make you their avenger and have you fight in the name of justice. I found it. This is your shadow of doubt.
Your so-called survival of the fittest is nothing but an excuse. You cannot weaken my resolve, Huleg.
Blinded by the fury of your moon rage, you slaughtered your allies. Merlin's Claw, you have betrayed the Alliance. Your actions are no different from those of the abominations we stand against.
At the end of the day, it is the blood of the abominations that runs through your veins. One day, you will become enemy of the Alliance. Cloud Knights, formation!
You ran into the arms of your new master's army without hesitation. You thought that you had found freedom, respect, and recognition. But you were wrong. They know all too well that a wolf will always be a wolf. Now your greatest fear is about to come true. You have become an enemy of the Xianzhou. This is your fear.
You aim to instill terror within me. Yet all of this is nothing but a phantom!
It's time to return to the pack, Fei Shao. No matter how deep the hatred you bear for the poison, no matter how much we may consider each other enemies, I will still show you this
to become a new you.
That's right. We are so similar after all. We are both monsters and were born for war. And will die for war.
I'm sure my answer doesn't need much explanation. I refuse.
I told you before, Foxian and Borson are no more than labels. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you want to do. Accept these truths, and the Borson will bow to you. Destroy them, reduce them to dust, or teach them to become servants of the Shenzhou. You are free to do as you please. Carve your name into the Shenzhou's history books, or into the list of arch enemies. You have the final say.
You do not understand, Hule. You have no idea what it is that I truly desire. When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time, in order to escape the whips and shackles of the Wolfmasters.
Miracle! Don't stop! Keep running! I can't run anymore. Saran, are they catching up? They're still behind us. Don't stop! Miracle! Look up! Look at that light in the sky! That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just tell it our wish, we can have our freedom. We will all be able to escape. We'll win our freedom and then share it with our cooler brothers and sisters. So you have to run. Quickly! We can do it! We can escape! Miracle! Run with me!
We ran and ran with all the strength we had, but we ended up losing each other. I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could fly. A Cloud Knight.
I imagine you kept your promise.
Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my cooler companions, there was nothing left there but a bottomless pit.
A star of calamity that strikes the ground and leaves only devastation in its wake.
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight allies, and saw it fall countless more times. Gradually, I came to understand. That light was not some shooting star that carried wishes and aspirations. Each Luck's arrow meant that countless lives in a helpless world were about to be obliterated. I prayed to the god of the skybow that I would never have to witness one of these shooting stars fall again. But they ignored my prayers.
That's right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why the fierce battle between us has raged to this day. If the gods who never plead nor cry, who watch silently from above, refuse to listen to the prayers of mortals, then we have no choice but to fight for our
So, what is it that you yearn for, Hule? Why is it that you fight?
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a great wilderness for the Borison to roam. What about you, Saran?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground. So that just one more person can live and return to the Yaoqing alongside me.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself from a free wolf to a domesticated fox just for the sake of one person. Then have it your way. I will use your fear and doubt as my nourishment. I will seize you and devour you. I will replace you and become Fei Shao.
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war and will die for war. You were right when you said that, Hule. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster. Do you see me, shooting star? The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou. I will uphold this vow until my very last day.
Tears of blood, and all living creatures have bowed and lamented. I once commanded the storm and hunted the weak. Now, I will use your inner beast as my weapon, and your name as my prey. Fei Shao!
Tear back your disguises and show you how cowardly and powerless you truly are, Hule!
A wolf lurks in the heart of every boar-set and foxy. The moment you grow weak, it will devour you.
Executing attack!
That won't do.
Like fireflies to a flame, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes! This is I shall set the seas ablaze!
So, how many of my moves can you block? Strike with heart! Practice is over. Swords descend!
Have your fangs and claws dulled? How's this?
Time to show you what's in your prescription!
Thank you. Stay safe.
Too slow.
Firefly, type 4. Live to fight! Fight to live!
Time for some swordplay!
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Always soaring. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Grow complacent, and your life will be stolen. Fight to the death, and you shall live forever!
You are not worthy.
If it wants to devour me, it will first have to beg for my mercy!
Let me tend to your wounds. Gotta get those vitamins.
That won't do.
Live to fight. Fight to live.
You are not worthy.
Have your fangs and claws out this! Pray! As it pierces your skin! This is the only sensation I have experienced for 700 years. Pain!
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Always soaring, forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Executing attack! Joining the battle!
I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes. I shall set the sea ablaze.
So, how many of my moves can you block?
Your fangs and claws have grown dull. Back down. Never hesitate. Too slow. You can't lie the prey. I will stop.
Stay on.
Thank you.
Inner peace. Command.
Live to fight. Fight to live. What's in your prescription?
Thank you. I will.
Share your own laws.
This is more than a battle.
I shall set the seas ablaze.
You are not worthy.
Gotta get those vitamins.
Thank you. Stay safe.
Firefly, type 4, in position.
Live to fight. Fight to live.
How's this?
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Always soaring, forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
That won't do.
Well, listen, be okay.
Executing attack!
Time for some swordplay. Ha! Practice is over. Descend!
Sam in position. Prime, detonate!
Like fireflies, I will fight for myself until everything burns to ashes!
This is no one battle.
I shall set the seas ablaze!
How's this? I swear to you. Always sorry. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Too slow.
Firefly, time to live to fight! Fight to live!
Make your move! How's this?
Let me tend to your wounds! Gotta get those vitamins!
Thank you. Stay safe.
I shall set the seas ablaze!
What? Why would you disappear? Power the house! Envelop the earth!
So, how many of my moves can you block?
Have your fangs and claws dulled? How's this? I swear to be the arrowhead. Always sorry. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable! Our little hunting game ends here. I swear to the mighty light of the heavens, wolf in my heart, come to me. We shall conquer as one.
My only enemy has always been myself.
General! General, you're awake.
I'd like to hear their explanations.
Welcome, Miss Lingsha. I am Preceptor Tauron.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base. I've brought a friend with me today. I believe you're already familiar with each other.
Tauron? What? Elder Tauron? I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on. What's with this new look? All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash, I wouldn't have had to walk such a dangerous road to free our clan, becoming this specter of my former self. Dan Heng, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed. Now here you are to meet me anyway. Life does love its ironies, doesn't it? I didn't come here with Miss Lingsha today to reminisce. Indeed. When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation, it's only proper for the preceptors to attend.
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. Please forgive the delay, Elder. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling Prison. I trust you've already looked it over.
Yes. You sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the Shackling Prison, and a semblance reversion essence pill.
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borison's escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through the Shackling Prison. That marked-up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauran, you have a similar map in your possession. This pill.
Is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling Prison.
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission, the introduction of the Stellaron, and the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection all have something to do with the Vidyadhara.
That's right. Are you surprised? After all, both of you were sent here by the Seat of Divine Foresight as messengers to hear my confession, weren't you? Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled. With the High Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, perhaps even incomprehensible. But it was all for one cause. The survival of the Vidyadhara. Yet, the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Dan Heng, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara, you should understand the desperation behind my actions. All I've tried to do is to ensure our survival.
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face. Fighting for survival isn't a sin. But Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've become a beast driven solely by the propagation, devoid of even a hint of empathy.
Oh. Despite calling ourselves a noble draconic bloodline, at our core, we're merely bipedal beasts. The survival of our kind is paramount. If I hadn't resorted to beastly actions, the Vidyadhara might not even exist. The sages show no mercy, as the old wisdom goes. When the High Elder abandoned our people's survival, I had to shoulder the world's sins alone. Lingsha, Dan Heng, the past is behind us, but the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp. The situation on the Xianzhou Luofu has changed rapidly. As Vidyadhara, we must unite in purpose and avoid the mistakes of the previous Imbibitor Lunae.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your confession, I realized that there is no point in talking about trust. Breaking the covenant of our alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what difference will it make?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors, because both parties ultimately share the same interests.
So now that survival
won't convince us. You want to talk about interests.
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare against the denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Should the Alliance emerge victorious, they will inevitably become the next denizens of abundance. However, if they suffer defeat, the Alliance will face extinction. Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, I have a way to escape from this dilemma. The Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmutation. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an endless stream of soldiers and would not need to worry about casualties. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation. This is the way to salvation for the Xianzhou Alliance. The ultimate path to end the universe's suffering under the immortality plague. Only we, the Vidyadhara, can achieve this.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara into serving you. I am deeply disappointed in you, Elder. Your thoughts and intentions are completely devoid of empathy. Cloud Knights!
Hold it!
Miss Bailu!
Mr. Danheng and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's here?
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me, didn't he? According to the oath between the Alliance and the Vidyadhara, it's forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to violate this oath in the presence of the Luofu's High Elder?
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic. Elder, the Vidyadhara's sacred grounds and the High Elder are not to be used as pawns in exchange for your life.
You talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interests at heart. But when it really matters, you use a small girl as your shield. It's ridiculously pitiful.
I've said it before. Survival is never a sin. We're all Vidyadhara, so you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara, I will leave for you a dignified solution. Leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
I see right through your plans, Mr. Taoran. Vidyadhara rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the Preceptor's dirty tricks during rebirth. You might not be you, but you will still be you. I won't forgive myself for past sins under the pretext of knowing nothing, nor will I allow you to evade accountability.
Danheng, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger picture. Rebirth hasn't changed you one bit.
Miss Bailu, as High Elder of the Luofu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please, take me away with you.
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I've long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply a nameless, free to come and go as I please. The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
whatever it takes! Make sure
Eternal
that they keep you alive.
You bully!
Immortality means forever.
Everything in this world is merely fleeting. Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree? Painting! What was the feel kick? Pay attention. We'll be swept away by the wind of time.
A miracle.
Oh, a weakness. Myriad colors burst!
How insignificant!
What's in your prescription? Both body and mind must be pure. Everything in this world is merely fleeting. You'll do.
Secret of the Saints!
Ninjutsu secret technique! Dazzling obliteration! Me!
Merciful Medicus!
Time to cleanse the filth. Wouldn't you agree? Dragon Lady, are you all right? I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You actually came here in person?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty opinions. The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, I'll write to the sage queller of the Feng Hu. With her hatred for evil, I'm sure she will make a just decision.
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Lafu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're under the impression that this advantage can be used to settle the score with us preceptors, that's quite an overestimation. Given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything to us? As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat. With the secrets I possess, the interrogation alone will take an eternity. And in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. You understand this better than anyone, as it's the very art of trade-offs you love to wield. Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hule has escaped from prison and is headed directly for the Sky Splitter. The bloodshed at the war dance is bound to be gruesome. Perhaps, even before my trial, your impeachment will have you in dire straits first.
Regrettably, Mr. Tauron, the Sky Splitter only hosted Cloud Knights today. No audience. And just moments ago, Hule was executed by the Cloud Knights.